All right, welcome back to We Play Games. We're doing another Healthy Man of Europe run, and we've been developing our overseas trade network and empire. We helped the British take control of Venezuela, and now they've been locked into a war with France. Which, that maybe that's not great. I don't know. It kind of depends. Um, I'm hoping that we can end up in a position where we can fight Egypt and get them to give all of our fancy territory back, because that's a lot of territory right there that I'd like to have. But we did get the important corn law roll, which is going to be huge, because now we do have a free trade leader in control of local governors, which means that now we can do laissez-faire to be powerful. Wow. Whoa, baby. Because we don't start in serfdom. We start with slavery, but we don't start with serfdom. So that makes it a lot easier for us to just kind of like do whatever we want to. All right, you guys are. Do you have a port? You do. All right, cool. I just like taking treaty ports. That's the other thing. It doesn't even necessarily matter if it's good or not. I do enjoy doing it. I just enjoy doing it. Just that way we get the interest back. We can just keep it rolling, keep it moving. We got line infantry, cool. And as soon as we get our arms industry up and going, we will use it. Yeah, all right. We could take some more treaty ports somewhere, but I think right now I'm more interested in. Yeah, I'm just gonna expand here to Southeast Asia, because if we can get one of these guys to be a puppet, that also is pretty strong, because that'll get us another way to have a permanent vision on the area. We picked up this little Kutaraja, this tiny little port over here. That's so cute. What? Who are you having difficulty hiring? Oh, they don't have the qualifications for bureaucrats there. That's okay. That's a fixable problem. Laissez-faire? Are you gonna hit it on the 45, 41? Nope. All right. Laissez-faire will be on everyone's lips though. Is plus 10%. That's good. So we're at 51%, rolling in November. All right. Yeah. The faster we roll through it, the better. Because if he dies, then if the current leader dies, then local governor stops supporting it, and then it becomes a little trickier. Because we can switch and push out the Conservative Party, but like it would leave us with functionally nothing right now. Oh, we should be researching Napoleonic Warfare, I guess. Yeah, probably Napoleonic Warfare. Could work on Lathe. And we've got some construction. 7 in Eastern Thrace, 5 in Kastamonu. All right. And we've got all of our logging camps on there. Okay. Walaga and Begmar. I don't care about Ethiopia. Not my problem. I'm only interested in there because it is my understanding that by having an interest locally, it allows us to conduct slave trade, which is going to be pretty helpful. There's no port there. There's no port there. Again, not that it is absolutely critical to have a port, but it makes it a lot more beneficial. Are you guys under the control of Dynam still? Yep. So we could start fighting these guys, but they're a lot more difficult if you don't have cannons and line infantry. And so I'm not interested in fighting the big powerful states. Like if Sokoto is going to defend Oyo, then I wouldn't fight them. But if I think Oyo is on their own. Yeah, they are on their own, which typically means that it's pretty easy. Okay, so Bornu might join in, but whatever. I think we'll get it. I think this will be okay, because I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna mobilize. They will probably get a couple of friends to be interested in this, but I just can't imagine that they're gonna have the guts to fight us. This is okay. That's down here in Yemen. Whoop. We just finished a research. What did I do? was probably our production. Yeah, it was lathe. All right. So yeah, we could pop back to do mechanical tools after Napoleonic Warfare. I think that's reasonable. All right. You sided with Oyo, did you? Sokoto and Bornu. All right, we'll just back down. Whatever. I'm not interested in fighting Sokoto. Not yet, at least. So I am just gonna back down. As boring as I'm sure that is for some of you, I think occasionally it's important to like keep in mind just the relative value of things, and the relative value of giving a little bit of extra money to Oyo for 5 years is not the end of the world. Whereas like, just getting embroiled in a war that generates zero value to me is pretty bad. So as annoying as it is to be giving them, 5% of my income, we're not so marginal that's the end of it. Like we aren't even on very high taxes yet. Ooh, awesome. We got Laissez-Faire on the second roll. Sweet. All right. So, what can we do? If we were to try to work on appointed bureaucrats, I think that would make it impossible due to stall chance. Am I correct on this? It's a 40% stall chance. That's a little much for me, unfortunately. So we are going to need to reform the government and kick the local governors out. And that is going to mean that now we are going to need to remove this and remove this, and then go in here and suppress them. But now, holy crap, we have just an infinite amount of investment pool that's going to start bubbling over in our economy. As our capitalists start donating more and more and more. We do need to fix our bureaucracy, though, which is why we're working on appointed bureaucrats right now. Because without appointed bureaucrats, you can fix your bureaucratic holes by building, but it's really annoying. It's really, really annoying, and I recommend against it. But this is fine. This is fine. We're currently building up more iron here, so that way we can switch that into an iron frame building. Because right now that would be just like so much more iron than we currently have that it would explode our economy. But once we've got that fixed, then we'll be okay. We could do another tooling workshop, actually. I like tooling workshops. Those are pretty effective. I don't know. It might be worth it to just go ahead and click. Nah, we just don't have enough iron is the problem. Yeah, we'll wait. I'm hemming and hawing about whether or not I want to start like switching this stuff over and getting gigantic amounts of construction done, because I do want to get gigantic amounts of construction done. It's just a question of how. Like I could add some more wood and fabric based construction sectors, but we're already at a negative balance on wood, so it's of marginal value at that point. But we are bringing an investment pool, and that's the important thing at this point. The more investment pool we have, the better. That is it's so annoying that they have these little things there that just kind of like float around for a while. Insufficient taxation capacity is not a big deal. I'm not super worried about that. Yeah, I guess we'll just drop the British trade route. That's okay. Because we are also about to start working on our own internal gun supply, so that way we A, can't be disrupted in the event that we end up at war with somebody, and B, it'll just keep our capitalists profitable. It'll also help us relieve these trade routes, which will reduce our tax waste. It's great on all fronts. Great on all fronts. That's where we are in terms of this laissez-faire construction stuff. So yeah, that's a really powerful tool that I did not use as Japan, because you start with serfdom, which makes it a little harder to use, but it's still worth considering. In order to use the corn law effectively, you need to be able to switch into laissez-faire immediately, which requires you to not have serfdom, and so it's not a free effect. Don't let anyone convince you it is, but it is very strong. It is very strong. Boy, is this... Maybe we just want more iron mines and then the arms industries, because like I do want to switch this over to iron frame buildings, because if we can just switch it over to iron frame buildings, we can construct so much faster here. Are these input good shortages gonna kill me? Nah, that's fine. It's worth it. That is worth it. We almost doubled our construction, and it's gonna increase the revenue for those capitalists once we get them going. Once we really get them going. All right, so we have bled off our infamy. We're down to 6. East India Company's at 40, 44. You guys still fighting? No. All right, cool. They're protective, antagonistic, and belligerent. All right. So when we fight the Egyptians, we are going to want to make sure that our arms industry is well positioned to destroy them. Excuse me, which is why we are working on building up an arms industry locally, and why we're working on Napoleonic warfare, because we are going to need to switch those over as well. That's the other side of it, so that we need to switch them around. Government, we could stop bolstering them. Oh no, we are suppressing them too. Good. I wonder what happens if we do this. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with Mahmud II just working with the intelligentsia at this point. The intelligentsia are one of the strongest IGs, simply because they allow you to do so much stuff at the beginning of the game. We could just end corn laws too. I wouldn't even hate that. Yeah, I wouldn't even hate just ending corn laws at this point. Because now we just get loyalists. Cool. We got loyalists. Awesome. Done. And the governors aren't even mad about it, because they're controlled by a market liberal now. Sweet. All right, so yeah, I think that whole thing has worked out pretty well for us. We could promote that guy. It doesn't matter. There aren't any more troops in Arabia to mess around with anyway. And now we just need appointed bureaucrats. If we could just get appointed bureaucrats, we could build some more bureaucracy buildings. I would gladly do it. I'm not building bureaucracy buildings if it's coming with aristocrats. That's off the table. That's always off the table. We are ticking. So where else could we expand? We've already picked up Oman. We could do Nejd. We could do Jabal Shamar, but I like having a very narrow front over here. I think it's generally going to be useful. I could like puppet Brunei or something like that. Do any of these guys not have any friends? Because I'm not invading you if you're gonna end up with like a bunch of allies. But if it's just you, then I think things will go pretty badly if it's just you. Oyo. Shake my fist into the air. But again, it's not the end of the world. All right. Ooh. Okay. So we could do this. Elevating the status of dhimmis might further antagonize radical Sunni. I don't know. Like, I'm okay with making some of the radical Sunni mad at this point. It's fine by me. I don't mind. We could do that. Yeah, we could do spare no expense. What that'll do is balloon our problems in regards to tax waste, which is a big issue. But it's going to be one that we're going to have to just accept for a little while, that we are going to have some bureaucracy problems. Bureaucracy problems, you know how it is. All right, so we could build some paper in Ankara. Hulavangar has it. All right, that's fine. Could build a little more. Because if we can just get appointed bureaucrats done, You just get this done. Then everything's fine and everything is all good. And then we don't have any problems. So we don't have any of these issues, right? None of these issues. Are you still being suppressed? Is this still working? I don't want negative authority. Negative authority is pretty bad. And if we just drop either the suppression or the bolster, yeah, we'll just drop this. And now we can add another consumption tax back in. We could add we could add liquor, sure. As we just pile in more tax waste. More tax waste. That's the goal. If we manage to pass this, and then end up with a giant bureaucracy surplus, we can do dedicated police force. But I think we're gonna need to. Yeah, we're gonna need to build some stuff. We're gonna need to build some more stuff. 4. Yep, we are gonna need to build some more stuff. That's okay. I like building stuff. I thought about doing like just a build stuff as China game, and that was fun too. But I think I wanted to do. I did want to do Tanzimat. I just felt like Corn Laws was so good that I couldn't not use it. I could not use it. It's too good. It's too good. Napoleonic Warfare. You gonna trigger? Yep. And then we get to go in here and switch over. We can do mass communication, I guess. Or we could just do mechanical, engines or tools. It doesn't matter. Either one is going to be pretty solid for us. Because we do need to identify now where our coal is. And I think there's some in Diyarbakir. Is that correct? Oh, Kastamonu. Right, of course. We built you on purpose, right? We built you on purpose so that we could help with our coal. Done. Good. And the mechanical tools are going to help us fix our tool problem by letting us add steel in here. That's going to be helpful. Do we have any shipyards? Yeah, we do. All right. Ports and fishing wharves. That's fine. I don't mind the fact that we're building some of those guys. Do we have an excess of man-o-wars? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push for the mechanical tools side of it. Again, I just think that switching over into steel tools is going to be a big deal for us in terms of our production. And I can't delay it any longer. I can't delay it any longer. We're spending so much on this tax waste. That's the real problem here. Who else? What else do we have trade routed right now? Artillery. Well, all right, we'll just drop artillery. That's gonna save us a lot. Appointed bureaucrats, pass, please. Please pass. Local governors are gonna oppose that change, but that's okay. Per capita taxation, we can get done, but we need armed forces and petty bourgeoisie in government. We need to break up the Conservative Party in order to get per capita done. Or we need to bring the industrialists in. Which we could do that. We could do that. We're not going to do that right now, but we could do that after appointed bureaucrats, potentially. I'd rather be working with the ulema, but they have made a decision to be lama. Oh, 19 minutes. All right. Yeah. All right. That's a wrap on this episode of Tanzimat, but I'm just going to record a whole bunch and then dump them all at once. I like that system. It might not be the most efficient, but it's fun. It's fun, and it does what I want to do, which is allow me to play games without worrying too much about whether or not this is the right air quotes right way to get campaign stuff out to you guys. Because I largely the Academy stuff is the stuff that does better. The campaign things are mostly just I play video games and people watch me. All right. Yep. That's Walker. Take care.